They want to be loved, they want to be accepted, they need to have safe, stable, committed, forever homes.
It is very important that every child has some permanent options in their life.
Little boy comes on, he's maybe 15, and he said this, and it changed my life. He said, my older siblings told me once I reach a certain age, I'll be unadoptable. And then he paused and he looked real sad and he said, no one should steal your hope.
Every child deserves a family. Nationally, there are hundreds of thousands of kids in the foster care system, from infants to 21-year-olds. Some face trauma from abuse and neglect, and others, they need support navigating developmental, emotional, and learning disabilities. Without parents guiding them through adulthood, they risk missing educational and employment opportunities and even experience homelessness. And that's why ABC 21 is partnering with the nonprofit Grant Me Hope in order to help find these kids adoptive homes. Let's go ahead and meet some of the kids now who are still waiting for their forever homes.
Hi, I'm Oliver, and I'm in 9th grade, and I'm 14. My best friend would describe me as I'm fun to hang around. I like to encourage people, and I'm athletic. Well, I've played basketball for like 7 years now. People tell me how good I am. I play it because it's fun. Football, I played for 2 years. That's really fun. I like football. But basketball is my main thing. So I want to be an NBA player, but if that doesn't work out, I want to help the homeless and make a big mansion just for them so they don't have to live on the streets. I wanted to help people because I've been in their situation. I had to live on the streets too. It's not fun. It's really not. And that's why I want to help them out so they can have a family and stuff. Health is probably my favorite subject. Health and math is sort of difficult for me. So I like school and I do well at school. I started drawing when I was 13 and I just found it very fun. I like to paint. I like listening to music. I play video games. I play 2K, Call of Duty, all sorts of games. My favorite kind of movie is action. My favorite superhero is Superman because he has like all the cool powers. I would like to have a brother and like a dog because I like animals. I like to live in the city. I like the city because it's a big space. Like there's a lot of people. I want a family that can encourage me, that loves me like for who I am, help me with school so I can get a scholarship and move on.
I'm Ayanna, I'm 13 years old and I'm in 7th grade. I like to read. I'm a lot into music and I write songs. You know, I try to normally talk about like my life in songs, not really about like the other things, you know. I play instrument. I play ukulele and the piano. I like to write. I write about myself a lot and like some of the problems that I have and how I work through them. And I write about my brother because I don't really see him a lot. Like I said, I like writing and stories are like my thing. I write my own stories about people or kind of like putting myself in other people's shoes. I like to go shopping or hang out like downtown, just walk. I want to be a police officer or a therapist. I like to be a therapist because I like to help the kids that kind of went through the same struggle that I went through, and I want to be like a support for them. I'm a very caring person, and I want to do everything that I can to help other people when I'm older. And right now, some kids in like middle school, they don't always have the right people, or my age, they don't have the right people that take care of them, and I feel like I would like to be that person. And then if I end up being a police officer, I would like to do that because just to make the world a little bit a better place, you know, and there's not a lot of African American police officer or like women police officers. I kind of want a family that will like understand me and help me through my struggles and, make sure that I'm okay.
Okay, I am 13 years old. I like to travel by the trampoline.
So Caleb, he is a complete goofball, loves to laugh and have a good time. He thoroughly enjoys being able to be outside, jumping on the trampoline. He loves to find items that are very similar in shape and size so that he can click them together. So we call it clacking. He'll find things that are called his clackers. So he likes the game dominoes as well as Jenga. He does like to skip. He will skip up and down, and he gets pretty high when he's doing that. He does like dogs, but really and truthfully, he just loves things that are soft. He likes soft things like this microphone. So stuffed animals are something that he really does enjoy. He likes to be able to pet them or put them on his face to have that feel is something that he likes. The type of family that he would need, a single family home, he certainly does thrive when in a structured environment. So just being able to have him on a routine schedule is something that he will certainly do well with.
This movie is Lion King. I grow up. I like it to be happy.
My name is Destiny, I'm 13 years old and I'm in 7th grade. My favorite subject in school is art. I love drawing. I also love recess, but I can't do that no more because I'm in middle school. I miss recess. The type of stuff I like to draw is clothes and people. I love doing fashion, I love drawing dresses and just making up my own clothes to draw. My favorite thing to read is the romantics. I'm reading Tropical Kiss. Yes, I am enjoying the book. There's this one part where they get kidnapped and they fight to get out. My favorite movie is The Hunger Games because it has a lot of action and adventure. My favorite character on The Hunger Games is Katniss Everdeen because she likes making changes, and I like her because I like making dangerous risks. I'm not scared of dares and I'm not afraid to do anything. I like to jump off the cliff into the water. I would describe myself as a gymnast. I love learning how to do round-offs and cartwheels. If I could learn to do anything, it would probably be an aerial. It's my favorite move for gymnastics. You have to do a cartwheel without no hands. Adoption means to me that someone's taking you in and that they're going to care for you. Something that makes me sad is not finding a family yet. It makes me sad because I see a lot of my friends with families that love them, and I want to be like them. Family means to me that someone is there whenever you're going through hard times. What I like to do with family is have family nights, go to dinner, and just hang out.
I am Peyton, I'm 15, I'm a freshman in high school. My favorite food is steak. I like it grilled and probably medium cut. With my steak, I like baked potatoes and mac and cheese. My favorite type of music is rap, country music, and Christian. I can relate to the music by different artists on past traumas. I would describe myself as a hardworking young man. I can do whatever I set my mind to, because if I don't work hard, then I won't be able to stay on a job long. A job I'd like to have in high school would probably be like Bass Pro Shop or Pet Smart or something like that along the lines, because I like working with animals and I like being outside. When I'm outside, I like to fish, hunt, ride ATVs, and horseback ride. I've done deer hunting, a little bit of turkey hunting. I'd like to go hunting in Colorado or Montana. If I could learn to do anything, I'd probably be a better football player. I'd like to play Notre Dame football. I've watched the movie Rudy, which is a really good movie, and I'd just like to go to college there. When I attend college, I want to study law enforcement. And my dream is always to be a law enforcement officer because I just want to help people. If there was someone in need of something, I'd give it to them right away. Something that makes me happy is being able to spend time with friends and family. So they're most important to me. Adoption means to me caring, being able to respect you, your decisions, safety.
My name's Seth, my age is 15, I'm in 8th grade. My friends would describe me as funny and happy. Something that I would like other people to know about me is that I'm really kind. When I'm inside, I like to dance. I like to listen to country. I really would love to go see Jason Aldean in a concert. He's a really great singer. For fun, I like to ride a bike with my friends and jump on trampolines. A hobby of mine is basketball. I like to play with my friends, yes. I'm a little good at it shooting free throws, but a hidden talent I have is shooting a half court. I had to almost make it. I hit the rim, that's it. My favorite thing to read is comic books. My favorite movie is Hulk. He's really strong and he can destroy stuff. If I could change the world, I would be the greatest superhero. If I had laser beams, I would help fight crime. But when I grow up, I want to be a police officer because I want to help people. If I can learn to do anything, that would be driving. To see the world. If I could see the world, I would see California. It's just a really beautiful place. Something that makes me happy is talking to my DCS worker. It just brings me joy in talking to somebody that actually cares about me. Family means that somebody that brings me in and have a roof over my head. Just people that will take me in and care for me.
Grant Me Hope shares these videos with television stations across the Midwest. They say that these videos are able to truly show the personality in a way that a bio on a website simply cannot. When we come back, we'll speak with the founder, Helen Zira, on why the cause is so important to her.
My name is Heroine. I am 16 years old and I'm in the 9th grade. I would describe myself as quiet, funny, and calm. At school, I like the subject art because I'm very good at art. And also I like to do 3D art, where you draw something on a piece of paper and make it look realistic.
Well, my husband and I had been doing foster care for probably about 11 years at that point, and I used to pray every day, Lord, if there's somebody I need to help, let me see it. That particular day, I came home early from work and I had to watch a training video to renew our foster license, and I put the training video in, but I'm doing my emails at the same time, kind of killing two birds with one stone, and a little boy comes on, he's maybe 15, and he said this, and it changed my life. He said, my older siblings told me once I reach a certain age, I'll be unadoptable. And then he paused and he looked real sad and he said, no one should steal your hope. And that hit me so wrong, and I thought, oh boy, I better watch this better. So it went on to say that we have 600,000 kids in the foster care system, at least that's what we did at that time. And out of that 600,000, 120,000 are available for adoption. And once these kids reach the age of 18, 25% will end up homeless. And I can't stand homelessness. That's like the magic word for me. So I thought, I need to do something about this.
I want a mom and a dad. I want a sister.
I knew I wanted to have something with hope in it because that boy said no one should steal your hope.
And with no one wanting to steal that hope, you figured, why don't we grant some hope, right?
Exactly.
I wish for Leah to have a family that will just love her and accept her for who she is.
Our first goal is to educate America about the plight of these kids, okay? People don't realize we have so many in the foster care system. They don't realize they age out and end up homeless. They don't realize that it's free to adopt through the foster care system. They don't realize that these kids are not juvenile delinquents, that they are amazing, wonderful kids that are in this circumstance or this situation because of situations way beyond their control. Our second goal then is to recruit more foster families. We have so many kids in institutions. So institutions are needed, and that's good, but it's like being in a really, really nice jail, okay? You can't have sleepovers. You don't have pets. You don't have a mom or a dad to ask you about your day. You don't have the meal around the table just enjoying this family type life, stuff that we take for granted that we had our whole life. These kids don't have, right? They have no semblance of a normal childhood. So we need to get more foster families to get these kids out of institutions. Third goal is to get kids adopted.
Yeah, I would like a home that's comfortable, feeling safe. It doesn't matter which one they give me. It's just a matter about what you'd be grateful for.
But why these videos a specific way to get the word out?
Okay, so the only way you could actually see this child if it's available for adoption is if you had your foster license, okay? So people aren't getting out and seeing it. They might be on a website and there might be something written about them, but it's hard to get the person's personality, right? So you can't see how vibrant this kid is or how sad this child is or how this child would mesh in with your family, that they like sports and you like sports and they love a dog and you've got 6 of them, right? And you just can't see their personality on a written statement. So putting them on TV and in these videos, it gives them a voice, their own voice, to portray what they're looking for in a family, what they would love, their hopes, their dreams, and it's just huge in getting that awareness out and making people to make that phone call to say, you know what, I can do this, I can get my foster license, I can adopt him.
He loves to go out in the community and go shopping. He loves the dollar store. He's pretty much the life of the party everywhere he goes. He never meets a stranger. Yeah, he's a joy to have around.
What is the biggest misconception that people have when it comes to older foster children or older kids that be adopted? What's the biggest misconception?
It's fear. It's fear. People are afraid that they're going to have, some scary monster in their house, when in reality it's a very scared child, right? So it's just fear, and we need to overcome fear, and how we overcome fear is through education, right? So how we have to do that then is through speaking engagements and TV shows and videos, and we just need to educate. So that's why I appreciate you guys partnering with Grant Me Hope and helping us do that.
My name's Peyton, I'm 14. I'm outside of my body. I do on trampoline. On trampoline.
Travis is a really loving kid. He really enjoys being physically active. Some of his favorite things to do are usually group sports, but he's happy to sit down and play a game with just about anybody. He just really loves interacting with others, and he really enjoys meeting new people. He's really playful and loves to have time with his friends and go to things like Special Olympics, go to parks. One of Travis's favorite things is superheroes, and he loves to also watch Disney musicals.
I'm inside playing my toy, my action figure.
Travis really enjoys drawing. He will often draw different superheroes, make cards for different staff and different kids. He's a very giving individual, so anything that he can do and give to somebody else creatively is something that he really enjoys. The perfect home for Travis would be a home that was mainly able to focus on him. That would be a home that had plenty of love and attention to give to his unique needs. Someone available to take him to various therapies and was really understanding of his need for love and compassion, but also his need for structure to be successful. So if he was the only kid in a home, it would be ideal that he also was able to do group sports, or there were other people in the community that he was able to build relationships with.
We have much more after the break. 2 women with Indiana's adoption program tell us who's a good fit to become a forever home and how to get started with the process.
My name is Elena, but people call me Elaney. I'm 11 and I'm in 6th grade. The thing I like most about school is reading. I like to read a lot because it helps me focus. I like to read James Herriot books. I would describe myself as smart kind and caring. I'm really quiet, but I talk to my friends. If I had a superpower, it'd be invisibility because I can be really shy sometimes.
And adoptive families are permanent, so we are looking to find families that are willing to commit to children and be that lifelong family for them.
To curious parents, adoption from foster care can be intimidating. Indiana Adoption Program Manager Michelle Savio emphasizes there's plenty of steps in the process to make sure families are a good fit.
If you are looking to only adopt, and you don't want to foster, we do an orientation because the message that we want people to understand is we are looking for families for children. We're a child placing agency that is looking for permanent homes for children. And so we're going to provide an orientation and really provide families with some insight into what adoption from foster care might look like. And then we're going to enroll them in a training that's a 4-session, 26 hours of training that we provide to families. We also do background checks and a home study, and once families go through that, they're really able to kind of learn a lot, but they're also able to do some internal, speculation to see if adoption is truly for them and if they have the stamina. Parenting takes stamina. Whether you're biological or adoptive, it takes stamina to parent. And whether they have that and are committed for the long haul. And if they are, we need them. We want them to be able to open their hearts and homes to these children that need families.
Ashley Dickey, an adoption consultant for LaGrange, Steuben, Noble, DeKalb, Whitley, and Allen counties, dispels a myth that she hears about often.
Some people think that our kids are going to have these incredible behaviors, and although they have been exposed to things that kids shouldn't have been exposed to, and they may present some challenges, just learning that these kids really have some healing to do. So they're not bad kids. They're not, any outside of the ordinary. They want to be loved. They want to be accepted. They need to have safe, stable, committed, forever homes.
Though she's only been in her position for a year, Dickey has spent over a decade on the front lines for the Department of Child Services.
Every child needs that forever. Who are you going to call when you get a flat tire? Who's going to walk you down the aisle at the wedding? Who are you going to call when you need something in the middle of the night? That sense of, this is my family, these are my people, this is who I can lean on when things get rough. And so our 8-year-olds need that, and our 17, 18-year-olds also need that. They need that sense of connectiveness, they need that stability, that safety net, that permanent home that's always going to be there for them. And so it's just as important for our older kids as it is our younger kids.
The two women urge, if you have room in your home, to consider opening it up to Indiana's waiting children.
One of the things that I think is a great misconception is that people have to be perfect parents. No parent that I've ever met is a perfect parent. People only have to be willing to have a heart to parent these children. Patience and a great sense of humor makes perfect parents, and be willing to make a commitment to children. Other than the background checks that we have to do is, people don't have to be perfect to parent a child. They just have to be willing to open their home and their hearts and to provide that commitment to them.
I think our kids are just like every other kid. They have experienced things that kids shouldn't. There are maybe some challenges that will present themselves, but once the kids see that these families are all in, that they're willing to stand by them, to help them heal, to show them what a family should look like or could look like. And so sharing those things with the child, I think, is incredibly important. So just having that consistency. And if you're interested at all, just exploring the process. Maybe you're taking the classes. Maybe you're picking up the phone and having a conversation with myself or a member of my team. Just if you're interested, try it.
Right now, there are 1,500 kids who need their forever home in Indiana. In addition to the Hoosier State, Grant Me Hope shares the stories of children in Michigan, Ohio, Mississippi, and Georgia. We'll continue to do our part and air those videos on ABC 21 Weekend Morning News. You can find links and resources on how to become a foster or adoptive parent on our website. That's WPTA21.com. All we need is a little bit of hope, so don't let anyone steal yours.